Hi, I'm Joanna Martin and welcome to your behind the scenes tip this week. This week I wanted to talk about how to get gigs because this is one of the questions I get asked all the time. Okay, I understand now how to put a presentation together, but who do I speak to and how do I find them? So here's how you find the people. Write this down and you'll have it for future reference. Number one, I want you to write down who are your target market. And if you can't define them demographically, i.e. how old they are, where they live, how much money they make, demographic things like that, then you have some work to do in terms of defining your market first. But number one, write down your target market. Then number two, I want you to write down where do those people gather in groups. Where do those people gather in groups? So let's say your target market are small business owners. Where do small business owners gather in groups? Well, they gather at Chamber of Commerce meetings. They gather at networking functions. They might gather at Rotary clubs or Apex clubs and so on. So write your target. Once you know who your target market are, it becomes much easier to write down where they gather in groups. Step three then is to attend the functions that you would like to speak at. There's nothing worse than someone coming up to you if you're an event promoter saying, I'd like to speak at your event, and you don't, and that speaker doesn't even know what it is that you do or what your events are like. So the best thing you can do is attend the event and start to build a relationship with the person who organizes it. That's the key thing. Build a relationship. Don't just go up and say, hey, can I speak at your event? I'm a great speaker. Instead, you want to build a relationship with that person, okay? Now, a really great strategy for building a relationship with someone who runs an event is something that one of our students, our $1 Million Masterclass members over in the UK did. Her name is Kelly Oldershaw and her business partner Elaine Wilkins have done something incredible which I share with you now. When they want to do a joint venture with someone, they ring them up, not to ask if they can go speak at their event, but they call up and ask to interview the event promoter. They ring up and say, so let's say you're running events. I might call you up and say, hi, my name's Jo Martin. I've heard some fantastic things about you and the small business events that you run. I understand you're also a fantastic small business owner yourself. I do 5-minute interviews on my online radio show with small business owners like you, and I was wondering if you would be open to doing a 5-minute interview with me. Now, most people would say yes to something like that. And then that gives you the opportunity to get to know them in a way that they feel comfortable with. You know, yeah, cool, I'm happy to give an interview, before you then ask, can I come and speak at your event? So it's all about relationships. It's just like dating, guys. You don't ask someone to marry you on the first date. First you go for a coffee, then it might be dinner, then you go steady for a while, eventually you get married. But it's not marriage on the first date. It's exactly the same when it comes to getting gigs. So get out there and get some gigs, and I'll see you on the platforms of the world.